3, 2, 1, here we go. Welcome to Bexley Maths Paper 5. As you can see, I'm leaning in to the microphone, so now is the time to turn me up very loud because I will sit facing back a little bit. Here we go. Bexley Maths 5. A semicircle of radius 5 is drawn inside a rectangle so that it is touching each side. Straight away, you might as well work out the area. Are they giving us that info? Absolutely. That bit. That bit here, can you see the radius is 5? That means that bit is 5 as well, so the whole bit is 10. Now, because it's a radius, the distance from the center to the edge is the same. So you see that blue arrow? I'm going to remove it. I'm going to put it there. So what's William doing? He's basically telling us the full area for this rectangle is 10 times 5. It is equal to 50 so far. Next bit, the formula for working out area of a full circle is pi times radius squared. For this question, let pi equals 3. This question looks scary because if you've never seen this symbol before, you might be thinking, what is happening? They're telling us this is 3. So when we work it out, area equals 3 times radius squared. We have the question, what is the area of the shaded region? So let's do it. Here we have a circle. Let's put that in purple here. So the area of the whole thing, because they're telling us it's a full circle, that will be 3 times radius squared, and we know the radius is 5. So in order to finish that bit, it is 3 times 5 squared. So it is 3 times 5 times 5, which means 3 times 25, which is 75. Okay, now what? Well, that's for the whole circle. So we need to halve it. That's why this is one of the hardest questions I've seen doing these test papers for you guys. Here, we're just halving this dude. So 75 divided by 2. You can do short division by yourself. I'll give you 5 seconds. What is 75 divide 2? So 2's into 7 go 3, remainder 1. How many 2's go into 15? 7, remainder 1, and then 5. That bit is 37.5. Are they being tricky? Absolutely. That option is there, but be careful. We are working out the grey section, which just means the other section. In order to do that, we have the full area, which is 50. The semicircle, which is 37.5. So we need to get rid of it. $12.5. Good. That will be the answer. A. That's a long question, isn't it? It takes 3 minutes to explain it. You see, if I do it myself, it'll just take 30 seconds, but that's not the point. This is a YouTube video. If I was going a bit too fast or you felt a bit unsure, that's the beautiful thing about YouTube. You can always rewind and re-watch how I explained question 1. All right, next one. Question 2. If Oliver buys 4 apples, he can afford to buy 11 bananas with no money left over. This is one of the hardest questions I've ever seen. If he buys 8 apples, he can afford to buy 4 bananas and no money left over. Okay, so why has William underlined those 2 key parts? Because I had to check the mark scheme just to make sure I was doing it the correct way to present in this video. These 2 are the same, because when you buy these items, there's no money left over. So what are we trying to say? This green box is the same as this blue box. So what is William doing? Well, I'm going to set the first bit equal to the second bit. Oliver, well, in one shopping, he bought 4 apples and 11 bananas. In the second shopping, in the blue box, he bought 8 and then 4. So now let's rearrange this a little bit. The question says if Oliver only buys bananas, How many can he afford? So you see the apples bit, it's like we just want that to be bananas. That's the tricky thing. This should be in a secondary school paper. This is not 11 plus, but maybe they're just going that extra step. I don't love it. Apples, we need to get rid of it. So this is called just doing the same thing to both sides. Can you see I'm writing minus 4a? Now why is William doing this? Because he just wants apples on one side and bananas on the other. 4a minus 4a is 0. You don't really need to write that because it disappears. The 11b is still on that side. 8 apple minus 4 apple is 4 apple as well, and the 4 banana is still there. Now one problem, we want bananas to be on one side, so you see the plus 4b, gonna get rid of it. That's the skill with these questions, just making sure we have on one side bananas, the other side apples. So what is William doing? Well, 11 minus 4 is 7 bananas. 4a here as well. Okay, so what's the point in this? You tell me. You tell me. Now this dude is just buying bananas. Okay. Shopping list. I don't mind which one you choose. It could be this one or the blue one. We've worked out a key part. Can you see 4 apples is the same as 7 bananas? So this I'm going to put in here. So really it is 7 bananas plus 11 bananas, which is 18 bananas. Tick. I can also put it in the blue one. If I put that here, that 4 apple is 7 banana, 8 apple is 14 bananas. So it's the same thing. 14 plus 4 will be 18 bananas. That question is too long. We're 7 minutes in. Let's do one more, that might be it. Question 3. What is the angle between the hour and minute of hands of a clock at 20 past 5? So you see that bit, 20 past 5 is 5:20. Okay, they've shown that on the clock. Now how do we tell the clock? We need to look at the little hand and the big hand. Okay, so we want angles. Right, here's a good one to start with. Down and across, that's 90 degrees. Okay, well we split up 3 ways. So each one is 30. So why is William doing this? That bit, every time we turn, can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 angles is equal to 30. Every time you turn a little bit here, each of those is 5 angles, so 30 degrees. So what am I saying? Well, one of these turns, one tiny angle, which will be 6 degrees. Okay, so really, we are so close to it. We just keep going up. Dun, 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 and then a little bit more. Another tough question. Well, how far have we turned? You might be thinking it's just halfway. Well, maybe it's not quite halfway. Maybe it's a little bit different. This is the bit to look at. Can you see 20 minutes? Now, what fraction of that of an hour is it? It is 60. So we need to write 20 out of 60. Simplify this fraction, it's like 2 over 6, which is 1 over 3. So we need to work out a third. It has turned a third of all the way. Now you see that bit. That is, that whole bit is 30 degrees. Because that's what we've worked out before. That bit, that's 30. But we've only turned a little bit more. So that bit is 30, and then turn how much? Let me put that in orange here. Well, 20 out of 60 is a third. So 1/3 of 30 is 10. So that bit is 10. I could have kept going 10, 10, 10, and then 30 all together. But we don't need that bit. So here we have this bit, 30 degrees. We turn 10 degrees. So altogether 30 plus 10 equals 40. That is one of the hardest angle questions I've ever seen. There we go, we're 9 minutes in. Let's end the video now. So the final part of my video is normally just covering the screen, and then here we go. Now let's make it proper color. Make it blue. Too bright, mate, too bright. So here, normal way for me to end the video. top left corner will be a suitable recommendation for you to keep learning, and in the bottom left corner another suitable 11 plus video on this channel. We are 10 minutes in, job done. So when I've made the video, top left corner will actually be the next one in this series for Bexley 5 Maths. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.